If you're goated and you take full advantage of all of these type of animations, then more power to you. But it's not recommended that you run stop and pop at a high level with Circus 3s at a high level because they serve as two different type of playstyles. They're conflicting badges. All right, y'all, we finna get into the best value shooting badges on NBA 2K22 in Season 6 and also help you guys with some of the best badge loadouts. What's good, All City fam? I'm All City, and thank you for tuning in. First and foremost, I would like to shout out the Noti Gang. Shout out to the All City family. I appreciate you guys always tuning in and keeping the channel going. We finna get right into this. If you guys are looking for players to run with on NBA 2K22, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. First and foremost, I want to show you guys the attributes so you know what type of build I'm working with in regards to these shooting badges. 99 3 ball, 99 pass accuracy, 97 ball handle, 93 speed with ball, 99 perimeter defense, 99 steal, and a tremendous amount of speed and acceleration. Pretty much your standard shooting play shot. One key aspect to note in regards to shooting better on NBA 2K22, even before you consider your badge loadout, is the dribble style that you have equipped on your player, because your dribble style could determine how effective your shooting is on NBA 2K22. The fundamental and Steve Nash dribble styles are primarily made for moving shots. So if you intend to make good use of your Circus 3s badge, taking a lot of leaners, if that's your play style, you may want to consider the fundamental or Steve Nash dribble style. But if you're a quick stop type of player, you like to stop and pop, you want to make good use of the stop and pop badge, then you want to have the quick dribble style, as it allows you better animations for quick stopping. So definitely consider that before you even consider your badge loadout out there. And now let's get into these badges. I have 42 shooting badges and I have 39 playmaking badges. And when considering the point guard build and a play shot standard like this, a shooting play shot, I recommend that you guys hit the lab and work on your dribbling animations. It's so important because if you have control over your dribble animations, it's only going to create way more opportunities for a lot more open shots. So shooting badges and playmaking badges, along with playmaking animations, dribble animations, these things go hand in hand to help you become a better shooter. Now, I've been advocating all year that a lot of these shooting badges and shooting badge loadouts are primarily based in play styles. The first badge that I want to get out the way, and probably the best shooting badge on NBA 2K22 hands down, is the sniper badge. I run it at the max level. Although you guys can shoot and hit shots without sniper, this badge stacks with everything else. So when you're considering the idea of stacking badges and increasing your chance of greening more shots and hitting more shots, then sniper badge is that go-to because it's going to stack with almost everything. And now we'll start out at the top left in the blinders badge. Hands down, I think a lot of you guys know blinders max level. If you can get a 99 3 ball, shoot for that 99 3 ball, because blinders is going to offer you guys a tremendous shooting boost whenever you have a defender either behind you or alongside of you, and it works like at about a 45-degree angle. Players with this badge at Hall of Fame could hit something like 80% of their shots, somewhere between 80 to 85% of their shots that are contested, especially with that 99 3 ball. And if you run blinders on Hall of Fame, you definitely won't regret it. I can't stress this enough. This badge is primarily a play style badge. Let's say you're a spot up shooter, you probably won't necessarily need blinders badge at all. If you have a good point guard that's only hitting you when you're wide open and you only taking wide open shots, then you may be wasting badge points on blinders. But if you're running the point guard position and you're one of these Trae Young crab type of players that go into a speed boost animation, force the defender alongside of you, then blinders is going to be golden. The Circus 3s badge works from the perimeter out to 30 feet. Right before you hit 30 feet, right before the chef badge activates. This is the range in which the Circus 3s badge will activate for you and your player. It works on step backs, leaners, things like this, hop jumpers. And man, oh man, players that learn to make good use of their step backs or leaning animations could really prove to be an unstoppable force on NBA 2K22. I love the Circus 3s badge, although I don't think it's absolutely necessary in the sense that you can change up your playstyle where you don't take leaners, and 2K 2K22 definitely allows you that opportunity. But if it is your intention to take step backs, hop jumpers, and leaners, then look no further than the Circus 3s badge, because this is going to hella boost your make percentages. The Deadeye Badge. A lot of players are sleeping on the effects of the Deadeye Badge. And I was watching the homie Bear the Beast video, and he explained this really well. He said something like, imagine yourself in a bubble, and the defense is around that bubble. This is what the Deadeye Badge and the Blinders Badge work in tandem, working together, can do for you as a shooter. It prevents the contest from a closeout in front of you. That's what the Deadeye Badge is going to do for you. It's going to drop that contest. So let's say something is like a 20% contest that's in front of you from a defender that's in front of you. Well, Deadeye is going to drop that contest to about 10%, something along those lines, especially running Deadeye at a high level. So if you got blinders, you got Deadeye negating the contest from in front of you, and then you got blinders negating the contest from alongside of you and behind you, forget about it. You're pretty much taking open shots out there, considering you have a good shot selection. A lot more players are running the Green Machine badge for the sole purpose of stacking badges and increasing your percentage. So it's pretty much after you lock in your playstyle and then lock in the key badges in accordance with your playstyle, then you'll start thinking about stacking badges for your playstyle. In a sense, Green Machine will stack with a stop and pop, it'll stack with a leaner, it'll stack with a corner shot, it'll stack for spot up shooters. And the same goes for Lucky 7, a tremendously great value badge. Lucky 7 badge on bronze is going to offer you a tremendous shooting boost, shooting within the first 7 seconds of your possession. You guys can equip this badge on bronze, but going up will only give you better results. It is recommended that you use this badge for game modes like Park because the courts are a lot smaller. It takes you a lot less time to get in shooting position and take full advantage of that 7 seconds. You got more time to make this badge work for you. Set shooter goes without saying. Remove this badge. Don't even think about equipping this badge because you're gonna have to wait 2 seconds before you shoot, and no defense is gonna leave you open for 2 seconds before you shoot. But the stop and pop badge, oh my god, this badge is golden, and it works really good for players that have invested in their playmaking. They're learning the quick stops, they're learning those peaks. This is where stop and pop is really gonna shine for you. And there's these fake peaks that are happening out there with the fake peak and then an actual stop and pop. Forget about it. Stop and pop is really gonna boost your shooting. And what the stop and pop badge actually does for your players increases the edge make percentages. So if you guys don't know, there's a lot of jump shots out there that may have like a high middle make percentage but a low slightly early and a low slightly late. Well, this is what stop and pop is gonna do. It's gonna increase those slightly earlys and slightly lates, maybe even turn them green for you, pretty much opening up your green window. And you guys could go as high as you want with the stop and pop badge. Recommended silver or higher, but as you continue upgrading the stop and pop badge, you only get more benefits, especially considering the stop and pop badge on Hall of Fame. You're increasing not only your edge make percentage, but you're also going to increase tremendously your middle make percentage. With an 85 3 ball, you can increase your middle make percentage to something over 90%. The catch and shoot badge is going to help you guys with missed time shots. Now, if you're a play shot, you're a point guard type of build, then you may not want to consider catch and shoot at higher levels. In my opinion, I think silver for catch and shoot is a good sweet spot for all sorts of players. It's a great value badge, helps you guys a lot out there, and you don't even need to invest a lot of badge points. If you're a spot up shooter, then definitely put this badge on silver and you are good money. You could even go bronze if you know your jump shot really well. The clutch shooter badge offers tremendous benefits to park players, pro-am players, and rec players. And it's one of those great value badges that does you a great service as a shooter. In the park, if you're up about 8 points, then this badge is going to pretty much knock down all your shots for you towards the end of the game. If you're in the rec or the pro-am, then it's going to help you with your free throws at the end of the game, and it's also going to help you knock down shots, those clutch shots at the end of a game. And you guys only need to equip this badge on bronze to receive a tremendous amount of benefits from the clutch shooter badge. People are sleeping on the difficult shots badge. Oh Lord. We saw somebody in the rec center yesterday doing spin mid-range shots, and he was knocking down everything, shooting at a super high clip with the difficult. He had to have this badge on Hall of Fame. So the badge does do well. Although the mid-range game seems to be obsolete, the players that still do take advantage of the mid-range game can open up the defense. The defense is just not prepared. In NBA 2K22, they are not ready for the mid-range game. Most defenders guard the 3 or the paint. And there's a little gap in there that a lot of shooters are forgetting to take advantage of. And if you want to make good use of mid-range shots, then look no further than the difficult shots badge, because it's going to definitely help you guys out and you're going to be shooting at a super high percentage. The hot zone hunter badge goes without saying. You guys need to have this badge on. As long as you guys have your hot zones, you're gonna open up your green window tremendously. I run this badge at the Hall of Fame level. When you get your hot zones, you get the benefits of the hot zone hunter badge, and you're gonna see a lot more whites turn into greens with Hot Zone Hunter. A lot of players and teams are running pick and roll type of offense out there, so Mismatch Expert works great whenever you have up to a 4-inch difference. And as the number increases in differential between you and your defender, that only gives you a greater boost. And that's exactly why the Mismatch Expert is a goated badge. A lot of shooters are really small players out there, so they almost always going to create a mismatch situation and almost always make good use of the Mismatch Expert badge. Slippery Offball works great for the 3, 4, and 5 type of players who most certainly will receive better off-ball animation. Use your right stick to juke or dex your defender. You could even break their ankles on a juke or dex. Volume Shooter, another badge that stacks, again, after you have your set badges. You have the goated badges like you see in my shooting badge loadout right here. You have them already set, and then you have some additional badges left over. You may want to consider the Volume Shooter. It's not an absolute necessity. It's just considering the idea of stacking badges to increase your make percentages. Volume Shooter may help you out. It only offers you incremental shot boosts to your shooting out there. So if you want to stack, if you have additional badges left over, you may want to consider the Volume Shooter badge. The Chef badge goes without saying. It's a goated badge if you know how to make good use of shooting 30 plus feet out. You want to really stretch the defense out there, then learn how to shoot 30 plus feet out. What I notice happens is that you get a much better animation whenever you're 30 plus feet out. If you try to shoot from 30 plus feet out without the Chef badge or the Limitless Spotter badge or one of your takeovers, you'll see you get an animation like you're struggling to shoot from 30 plus feet out. But if you equip this badge, you shoot that shot like if you're right along the perimeter. The Corner Specialist badge. Now, the only reason why I would consider equipping this badge is 1, if I'm a spot up shooter, or 2, if I'm running Circus 3s and I want to take leaners, especially for the park game mode where there's a lot more space, a lot more opportunity for you to work your dribble animations and then go into the corner and take a leaning shot or a step back type of shot. You could also receive benefits from Corner Specialist if you're a spot up shooter sitting in the corner. At the bronze level for Corner Specialist, you get about a 5% boost to your make percentage. At the gold level, you could expect about a 10% boost. Fade Ace, it seems to work good, but you don't need it at high levels. There's not too many players taking full advantage of the Fade Ace badge, but if you do take advantage of it, you could probably put this badge on silver and you'll definitely increase your make percentages on post fades. The Limitless Spotter badge, again, a play style sort of badge, but if you put this badge on Hall of Fame, even gold, if you're in the rec or the park, if you run this badge on gold, you may find good use for Limitless Spotter. It works very similar to the Chef badge, except this primarily made for catch and shoot type of situations, catching the rock and shooting within 1 second. Or if you want to activate Limitless Spot Up like after you dribble, you'll just have to wait 1 second before you shoot the rock. You see, the Chef badge will activate just dribbling, stop, pop, and the Chef badge will not activate on catch and shoot situations. So what's the differences between the two badges, Chef and Limitless Spot Up, in case you guys didn't know? And the same goes, if you're 30 plus feet out and you don't have Limitless Spot Up or the Chef badge equipped, you're going to get an animation like you're struggling to shoot 30 plus feet out. If you do have this badge equipped, you will notice a tremendous difference in your make percentage, and also the animation will seem nice and smooth, just a fluid motion, no struggling. It'll be like you're shooting at the 3-point line. The Rhythm Shooter badge, again, if it meets your play style, what you'll do is take 2 dribble moves and then pop. Whatever those 2 dribble moves are, Rhythm Shooter will activate. So you get a crossover into a Trey Young, pop, Rhythm Shooter's finna activate, and what you want to do is consider this badge to stack. So what you're doing here is trying to figure out your play style, and then after you figure out your play style, say, can I get these shooting badges to stack? Oftentimes, players can stack Rhythm Shooter with Stop and Pop, Green Machine, Volume Shooter, Sniper, and all of these badges will stack, increasing your make percentage. One quick note before we wrap this up and tie it with a bow, you probably don't want to run a badge like Circus 3s at a super high level with a badge like Stop and Pop at a super high level. If you're goated and you take full advantage of all of these type of animations, then more power to you, but it's not recommended that you run Stop and Pop at a high level with Circus 3s at a high level, because they serve as 2 different type of play styles. They're conflicting badges. Well guys, hopefully you got the most out of the shooting badge video for season 6 on NBA 2K22. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, informative, or even interesting, and if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of 2K22 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.